Oh, wow. I'll tell you what, there is nothing better than catching fish, jigging. It's just, just hard to describe. The trolling bite is fun, but when you get them jigging, you feel that thump, and man, this is a big fish. It's what we call a big Door County walleye. Staying straight down, fighting hard. And this bite, you can do it all day. Here we are, daytime. Definitely there's some key times, low light periods can be really good, but this is something you can do all day. Wow, doesn't want to give up. Oh man. This is a big, big walleye. Oh man. This is an unbelievable fish. Well, the bait popped out. This is all we're running. We're running a small little 3-inch meat minnow, basically in a jig head. And I'll tell you what, sometimes you can scale things down a little bit, to put some fish into the boat. And boy, today they're just biting. And this jig bite is such a fun way to catch them. Just a beautiful fish. Stay back. Boy, see if we can grab another one. Boy, nothing better than that. I'll tell you what, it's been one of those days. I mean, I don't care where you go, to catch fish like this. Wow. Daytime, nighttime, you catch fish like that, that is some of the most fun type of fishing, especially the way we're doing it, jigging. Artificial baits, we're not even using minnows. You can put those minnows away, you don't need them. You put on a piece of that meat with a jig, and you're going to catch fish just like that.
All right, well, we got one on here, guys. We're jigging these big walleyes up. There's boats trolling all over the place here who are struggling under the conditions that we have, and we're putting fish in the boat. That's just a beautiful fish. They're all big fish in here today, and what we're using is a pretty new product. It's really good, and as you'll see from some of the fish, and there it is right there. It's actually a product out of Uncle Josh. It's called meat. And it's an artificial bait, but as you can see, I mean, look how he's hooked. I mean, just perfectly right in his snoot. This product right here has been absolutely fantastic today. Beautiful fish and a great way to start the day off here. So let's get him back in the water and get back and catch a few more.
Oh, I got one on here, Mike. This feels like another good one. Wow. I'm starting to really become a believer in this meat product. That jig and that meat minnow has just been unbelievable today. Working good. And look at the conditions we have. Pretty calm conditions. Not, you wouldn't say typical for a great walleye day, but what a great time to get out here and do some jigging. Boy, it's another nice one. Boy, that's a beauty. Get him in the net here. Oh, wow. Just some unbelievable action. Oh, man. Oh, the unhooker. Oh, wow. Well, I'll tell you what, let me show you what we got here. That fish really did a number on that bait, but we're just running a piece of meat. It's a meat minnow, a 3-inch minnow on a white jig head, and they just cannot stay off of this today. Been biting it like crazy. Got a lot of scent in it. What another beautiful walleye. And we're getting them, you know, trolling is a great method, and you know, you really try to use the best method that you can to catch them. And we just wanted to try something a little bit different today. We're out here jigging, catching some beautiful fish. And we're gonna get this one put away, let her go. Let her swim away.
You know, the one thing, guys, when you're casting these jigs, anytime you're working jigs in general, but especially up here in the situations that we are with these pretty hard breaking shorelines, you want to get yourself in a position where you're on the edge, but the key is you want to make sure that your bait falls free when you first cast in. And I see a lot of guys will cast it out and then they'll start playing with it right away. Make sure you get a nice vertical drop on that bait. That way you can cover more of the tapering shoreline all the way back out to the boat. It just gives you, it gets your bait in the strike zone a little bit longer, gives you a better chance to get a bite on each cast. So I like to let it cast out. Once I fall out, make sure the bail is open until I see it's actually on bottom. And then this time of the year, it's just a slow dragging technique. You know, you don't want to hop it a lot and pop it a lot. Just slowly drag it along the bottom and wait till you feel a fish pick it up. And it's actually a pretty straightforward technique, not real complicated. Anybody can do it. So give it a try, and I guarantee you're going to like jigging these big walleyes up.
You know, Mike, you gave us some great information. And you know, one thing to add is that, you know, this isn't really rocket science what we're doing. You know, there are a few different techniques you can do for retrieving this, but like Mike said, basically you're just casting this thing out, letting it sink to the bottom, and instead of doing, you know, like a typical, you know, fast action or, you know, just a high movement presentation, you know, like the snap jigging, we're just letting it hit the bottom and we're basically just reeling. That's one method of doing it, or just lifting the rod tip. And you can feel those rocks, you can feel those boulders. So you come to a pot, you know, you come to a situation like that, you just kind of give it a little pop, bring it up over there. Once in a while you get hung up, but that's really the trick on a day like today, is just dragging that jig back and really, you know, you feel those pickups real nice and easy. Come back and set the hook on them. Oh, Mike, I got another nice one on here. It's been one of those days where you get these windows and all of a sudden you catch 2 or 3 here in a short period of time, and I just can't believe the quality and the size of these fish. Oh wow. Oh man. Look at the fat belly on that fish. Hooked. Well, I'll tell you what, look at that, another pre-spawn female right here. We're gonna get this fish back. It's been what a day. I'll tell you what, folks, if you don't have any, go out and get yourself some of this meat by Uncle Josh. It's just been an unbelievable product. We've been having a lot of success today, and you know, probably due to the fact that we're jigging, we're fishing those break lines, we're fishing, you know, 15 to 20 feet of water right now, and definitely that jigging meat combination today really was the ticket for catching these fish. Let's get this fish back in. Yep. Wow. Here we go.
I got a nice one on here right now, guys, and I'll tell you what, just shows you the diversity of the fishing we have up here. Not only do we have so many different species, but look at the different ways you can catch them. I mean, look at the conditions. Flat, calm, sun, late afternoon, and we're jigging these big walleyes up. This is another just big fish. I mean, we talked about earlier, people fish a lifetime to run into a fish like this. This is a big fish. I mean, that's what you can catch. You do not have to be up here trolling. Not that we don't like to troll, but I'll tell you what, if you want to mix it up, if you like to jig fish, cast crankbaits, don't hesitate to try it. And that's the key thing we like to stress all the time. You know, mix it up. Don't just conform to what everyone else is doing. If there's 10 boats out here trolling, that doesn't mean you can't catch them jigging. I mean, proof is right here on this fish. Look at the conditions. You know, try it. That's what we always say. Don't be afraid to do what you like to do. Fish them how you like to fish them. Like we say before, we'll say it again. We'll continue to say it throughout the season, no matter what we fish for. Don't be afraid to try to catch them different ways. If you like to troll, troll. If you like to jig, jig. Get out here, experience this fishery, try a bunch of different ways, and you can catch a fish like this too. Guys, join us again next week for another great episode of Fish Door County TV.